12. Today, we are coming up with a business opportunity from the brand called Roastea. Roastea is India's first omni-channel beverage that serves all type of curated coffee and artisanal tea experiences. In the panel, we have Mr. Chaitanya, the founder of Roastea. Welcome, Mr. Chaitanya.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me on board.
We have Mr. Saurav Pushpi, the AVP Franchisee. Welcome, Saurav ji.
Thank you.
We have Santosh Sahu ji, Senior Consultant Franco.
Hello, everyone.
I'm very happy to welcome all of you on this panel. Dear participants, if you have any questions in the webinar, you can put them in the Q&A box and all your questions will be answered right after the webinar. Now let's move ahead towards the webinar. I would like Chaitanya ji to brief us more about Roastea. Chaitanya ji, over to you.
Sure. Thanks a lot. I'll just share the screen, share my presentation with you guys. Yeah. Can you see my screen? Is it visible, Arunima?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, one and all present here. Our brand name is Roastea and I'm the co-founder of Roastea. I would start with the definition or the name behind what is the sense behind Roastea and then quickly move on to what we do and henceforth. So of the name Roastea, Roast stands for coffee and tea stands for tea. T stands for tea. If you look at the bean logo, that's a culmination of red and green. Red is the coffee cherry color and green is the tea leaf. So it's more about from farm to cup sort of a concept. And we are the first omnichannel beverage brand of India, which specializes in specialty coffees as well as karak chais and tea artisans, curated teas. The idea behind this had come from me and Anurag when we were lawyers in 2019 and when we were working from a law firm in Lower Parel, Bombay, where we had envisioned to create one of the India's largest vending machine plant. What happened was during the long hours being a lawyer, we had gone through a lot of vending machines which gave us coffee or tea, but we could never find a blend which could suit our palate or give us the productivity we would need during our busy hours. That's a time when we started carrying filter coffee from home to survive the long, hectic hours of a lawyer. And that's when we thought that what if we get into this business where we become one brand which gives the best filter coffee or the best specialty coffee and the best karak chai, either from one machine or one point of sale or one outlet. And that's how we coined Roastea in 2019. That's how we started. From there to today, we are at around 1,500 vending machines across India. We have big clients portfolio across India, pan-India. We serve a lot of cities, including tier 2, tier 3 as well, and of course, tier 1. We have a expanded team across all tier 1 cities, and we have a very high area of focus, especially in Bangalore, Delhi, NCR, and Bombay and Pune. As on date, we have a running revenue of about ARR of about 36 to 40 crores, and we'll be ending this financial year by about 50 to 60 crores. This gets me to the next question on what verticals are there in Roastea. So there are 3 verticals which I'll quickly state out. The first vertical is Roastea Coffee and Tea Vending Solutions, which is, as I mentioned, the leading vertical for us. The second, which is upcoming and very promising, is our Roastea Outlets vertical, which has 3 sub-formats. I'll be taking you to the 3 sub-formats very shortly. And the third one is Roastea Online, where we are selling our first functional coffee on our website, on our e-commerce website, along with our popular green teas, which are getting sold. As on date, we have 4 lakh customers who are consuming our coffee and tea, either through our vending machines or through our outlets on a daily basis. And we have a very good database of loyal customers who are having these beverages of ours from our machines on a daily basis. Now, going to the Roastea outlets in particular, we have, as I said, 3 formats. The first format is Roastea on the go, which is a kiosk format, which is measuring somewhere between 200 to 250 square feet in size. The second format is Roastea Cafes, which is a premium cafe segment, which would be measuring somewhere between 800 square feet in size to 1250 or 1500 square feet in size, depending on the real estate available. And the third format is Roastea Culinary House, which is an elevated cafe experience, which is for the first time in India again. And that would be about 5,000 square feet in size and above. I'll briefly tell you about the formats and the specifications of each formats and how we are differentiating these formats and why these formats are very crucial in today's Indian economy. Roastea on-the-go kiosks are suitable for small areas where real estate is very expensive and where there is heavy footfall area and there is less to do, more to do in less space possible. Basically, I'm talking about a very high trading density. So Roastea on the go is suitable for airports and for food court malls where there is very heavy footfalls, but the real estate is expensive and we can sort of trade in a small area. And we are there with around 6 Roastea on the go projects as on today. We're there in 3 airports as on date. We're doing very well. We're there since 2 years now. And we're there in 1 food court of Palladium, Ahmedabad, within a Roastea on the go project, and 3 Roastea on the go projects in co-working spaces in Bangalore. We're exploring these 3 areas or sectors, I would say, and I feel airport and food court areas would be the booming sectors for Roastea on the go projects. The second one is Roastea cafes. Now, Roastea cafes are suitable for high street presence as well as ground or first floor of premium malls across India. These are cafes which are very premium, with good interiors, high-end luxury, and good seating area as well, where customers can come enjoy their favorite cup of coffee or kadak chai with excellent complementing food items and enjoy the retail therapy which they've come for. Now, how we are different in terms of cafe is we are the first cafe which specializes in curated coffee and tea at the same time. You might have heard about chai cafes or coffee chains, but you never heard about a beverage chain which specializes in both. Now, giving a very simple example, if there's a group of friends, especially in India, there are a group of friends who would want to chill at a cafe or have their meeting or have the presentation at a cafe, one of them sacrifices for sure. Being a chai nation, there are abundant amounts of chai lovers. At the same time, you would need, because you're holding a meeting or it's a good meeting or good chilling session you want to have, you'll always end up looking for a premium real estate, which you always find in a cafe chain and not a chai chain. Now, culminating both together, we've created a package of Roastea where you can have your favorite tea along with premium real estate and great food. At the same time, your friends who would want to have coffee, they can have it at the same time. So one table can have, I would say, cappuccino, a Belgian mocha java, which is our highest selling cold frappe. At the same table can have our iced tea, our smoothies, and kadak chai as well. I see we rather as a management see huge potential in this particular sector, and I see this growing in the next couple of years coming. Going forward, how we're different in terms of our food offerings is also very crucial to note. Roastea cafes have inbuilt kitchen. We are not a coffee chain or a chai chain which doesn't have a kitchen at all. If you look at so many outlets available across India, and it's a very competitive market, but it's a flourishing market. You see less of kitchen and more of front area only, which has a coffee machine and a few pastry units. And basically the model there is to just eat it, heat it, and eat it. What we've done is we've analyzed the Indian market and we know how Indian customers are thinking. They would need curated artisanal food offerings as well. It's not about ready to heat or ready to eat products. It's about getting freshly assembled with the most freshest ingredients being used. And at the time, it should be the most authentic way. So if I'm talking about Italian, I see Indian customers demanding Neapolitan pizzas, which are freshly baked in front of their eyes, assembled in front of the eyes, where doughs are being rolled. Or when I talk about gourmet sandwiches or burgers, all has to happen in front of them. It cannot be ready-made and just heated and given. That's how we progress. We believe in different cuisines being served at one outlet so that everybody gets their palate respected with. At the same time, we ensure that whatever is coming from our kitchen is 100% freshly assembled, natural, and as per the palate requirement of the customers. With the brand name Roastea, we had our one simple vision and storyline that we do not want customers to we do not want customers to adjust with their offerings of coffee or tea. I don't want a chai drinker to adjust to a coffee and vice versa. And that's how we had coined Roastea. And with food, what we're doing is if you're coming to a cafe, we don't want you to adjust in having something which you don't like at all because there's nothing else available, but we would want you to have what you like the most. So that is what Roastea Cafe is famous for, which is an inbuilt kitchen to ensure that the ticket size is high as well. An average coffee shop would have a ticket size of about 250 or 350 rupees. But with Gourmet Delicacies, we have ensured that our ticket size is increased to 682 rupees as on date in cafes. Now, moving on to the third and the most exciting vertical is Roastea Culinary House. We're coming up with our first culinary house in Bangalore, and the plan is to set up only a few signature culinary houses across India. Now, what is culinary house? Is an elevated cafe experience. You have 50 plus moving parts, I would say. It would be a pet friendly area. It would be having a secluded smoking area. It would have a live brick oven pizza, flipping out pizzas and garlic breads on a live basis. At the same time, it will have huge seater. It will have about 150 plus seating capacity easily, which ensures that more and more people can come and enjoy the benefits of these premium real estate along with unlimited moving parts. Now, coming to a few photos which we have done, because I would want you to show how premium we have put our cafes and how we have sort of culminated the real estate with our brand logo, design, and narration of red and green. This is a flourishing cafe at one of our Ahmedabad outlet, which is 142. If you see, the coffee bars are done with flute channels, which are very premium, and we only use digital signages on the top. At the same time, we have ensured that the furnishing, the carpentry, the walls, and the branding narration is a culmination of red and green, which is a part of our brand storyline. At the same time, we've ensured that it's not that heavy, it's not that gaudy, and it's not that royal. So whenever you come to our cafe, you'll have that vibrant light feel, which gives you an urgent comfort immediately as you enter with that subtle music going on, but it won't be as gaudy or as dingy where you get a bit uncomfortable. At the same time, our seating has been we've ensured that the seating is comfortable so that you have longer meetings being taken off from our cafes without a problem at all. So this is our second cafe in one of the malls in Ahmedabad. This is a 1,200 square feet carpet size cafe, which again is, as you see, is the same brand tonality, same narration, which we have used in the previous cafe as well. This is a 45. This is a 65 seater cafe in one of the hustling malls of Ahmedabad, West Ahmedabad. The third one is a cafe in a club. Again, this is Ahmedabad. This is also about a 65 seater cafe, and we've been serving the club members since a long time. Now, moving on to the key highlights of cafe, as I mentioned already, everything, but a few things which are notable in this presentation is that we have 45 plus offerings of hot and cold specialty coffees and chai. We have 30 plus unique beverages. While I say unique, these are ranging from smoothies to bubble teas to iced teas and to a few exciting coffee-based cold beverages, which are very unique to our brand only. Apart from that, in terms of food, as I said, we're dealing heavily in the most popular dishes customers like in India. That ranges from sandwiches to burgers to pizzas. And we're launching raviolis and gourmet burgers in our next project in Bangalore. I'll be talking about it shortly. Apart from that, again, as I said, great ambience, freshly curated beverages, and good food. If you put it in one line, I would say this is the one line where you can get all three of it in one place without any adjustment, which I think many cafe chains or chai chains are losing out on right now. Apart from that, I would also want to show you a few Roastea on-the-go kiosks, which we have done. This is the most premium Roastea on-the-go kiosk, which we have done in Palladium, Ahmedabad. We use an element of curated coffee and karak chai, as you mentioned, to attract customers. So what we believe, what my marketing team believes is it's not only about a digital media, but in terms of the offline presence you have in terms of your on-the-go kiosk, we need to be subtly informing customers on what we are specializing in. That's how this quote has come into being. This is a 280 square feet roastery on-the-go project in Palladium, Ahmedabad, and it serves 75 plus beverage varieties and about 35 to 40 plus food varieties. Again, we are excelling in that because the trading density will be very high. As I said, it's not less. If you imagine, the food variety ranges from, again, pizzas to sandwiches to snack items like samosas, bun samosas, to combos, to also desserts. So, we are trying to grasp a large audience at one go through our roastery on the go project, and we've been very successful in doing that as of now. You can see other projects which have come up in airports. These are projects from Mangalore Airport and Ahmedabad Airport. In fact, the one which you see in the right is our first outlet, which we had established in India, and that's still ongoing with an excellent trading density in Ahmedabad Airport. Now, if I talk about the dynamics, we are successfully able to complete about 500 plus orders on a daily basis. I mean, by easily, I would mean the shifts, the size of the kitchen is so ambient and so economically being used right now that we are doing justice to the real estate we have invested in. Secondly, we have an entire backend team which is handling our supply chain. We have a separate team which is handling dry items like our packaged products, paper cups, beans, chai patti, flavors and all. And we have a separate company altogether which handles our food products. So what we're doing is we're setting up central kitchens across India as we go forward with our criteria and with the principle we believe in. And at the end, everything would be coming from a central kitchen, which ensures optimum utilization of the raw materials we're using in the product. At the same time, huge cost reduction. And we're doing it smartly. It's not as if we are doing an extra capex in that area. Apart from that, the verticals which I've shown ensures a footfall suitability. What we're doing is while we're setting up a kiosk in, say, a food court or an Ahmedabad or an airport, we are catering to a diverse customer range, diverse customer palettes. Now, what I mean by that is a customer would want to have chai, the another customer would want to have a sandwich and a cold coffee. The third one would want to have a combo of a chai and a samosa. The fourth one would want to have something healthy, which is just toasted, no butter, just sandwich on the go. So the way we have designed our menu is in a manner to ensure that we do justice to most of the palettes who are traveling or who are coming to the food court. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have fries or we don't have fried products. We do have that as well. So what I'm trying to say is it's a complete range which we have thought out, which we've been thinking since 4 years now. And we have set up a menu which would be suitable to all customers being in that area. So I don't want any customers going back. I want all customers to have at least something from our cafe or our kiosk before they go back. And that's what we have aimed at and been aiming at, and we've been doing a lot of R&D on that basis. The next one I would say is we have an in-house team of project managers and MEP consultancies, which ensure that if a project comes to us, the design is so ergonomical that we don't waste even 1 square feet on seating. We ensure that the kitchen is up to the mark and we are not even wasting one space which we could have used in the seating area. At the same time, having a robust team of project managers, interiors, and MEP team members ensures that we have an excellent tat in working around the fit out period. What I mean by that is we can finish off our internal design structures in about 15 to 30 days maximum with approvals required from the landlord, be it a premium mall owner like Phoenix Group, or be it Nexus Group or any other landlord in the high street. We get their approval within 30 days, and we have contractors database who ensure that the work is finished in less than 2 months. Internally, we have a record of finishing or having a TAT of 45 days fit out period. and we would want to stick with that. The live example is we're coming up with a premium cafe in Phoenix Mall of Asia, Bangalore, which we are launching on the 20th of October. We finished that project in 45 days. And in fact, we would be one of those first brands who had signed the contract with Mall of Asia very late in the day. And we would be one of those first brands who are starting with Mall of Asia with their launch. So we're very proud about our team, the way they're functioning. And as and when more and more projects are coming up, my team is is becoming more efficient. And I would say that leading in the next upcoming years, we would be having a TAT of about 35 days only. That's our internal targets. Key highlights about Roastea on the go, as I mentioned, we have 30 plus offerings for cold, hot. In overall, we have 75 plus beverage options and 30 plus gourmet projects ranging from fried to sandwiches to healthy to desserts to something European like croissants, which can also work very well in airports. Now, I would like to state where we are as of now, how many outlets we have on the map already, and for which the company has already taken capex, and we've already started operations. So on the go project, as I said, we are there across Bangalore, and Ahmedabad. Cafes, we're there only in Ahmedabad, but now I'm proud to launch that we're launching the first cafe of Bangalore, which is at Phoenix Mall of Asia. We have also tied up with Crossword Stores of Gujarat to set up cafes over there. We have started one store in Ahmedabad with Crossword. We're starting the other one in Baroda. And the third one, which is, as I said, Culinary House, is coming up soon. We are in the final stages of onboarding contractors, and we'll be starting work in the next 15 days. This is just a snapshot of all cafes put together. Now, value proposition is very, very important for each of these formats. What we've ensured that we are doing pocket-friendly on-the-go kiosks. I mean, the prices are pocket-friendly, at the same time, accessible formats for airports, malls, highways, and high streets. At the same time, cafes is also very accessible for presence across ICT. If you look at Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, NCR, the landscape is so vast, and the population, the cosmopolitan population is so dispersed that we need to be at every 5-kilometer range. So that's our goal going forward. In terms of acceptability, I believe in India, a brand can be accepted when we are giving what the customers like and what the customers demand. We can't have a storyline of our own whims and fancies and ensure that the customers get glued to it. We also, at the same time, we need to ensure that we give the best of the returns to the investors. So we can't have something which the customers don't accept. And we have heavily focused on acceptability by the customers. We've ensured that the menus are there. We have seasonal menus. We have winter beverages coming up. We have summer beverages coming up. At the same time, the biggest acceptability which we have done in the market is having coffee and tea under the same roof, and having a brand narration and tonality around it. Last but not the least, that only because it's a cafe chain need not mean that we don't have a kitchen and we don't give the best of the ingredients and best of the food products. That is the most important part in India. A customer would not want to have an already assembled sandwich. They would want to have fresh one which is being baked or made in front of their eyes. And that's what we've done. You might have heard a lot of news about coffee chains going up, how new brands are getting fundings lately. I would talk less about the market potential, and I would request you all to look at the market which is already there. Coffee as a culture is growing immensely in India. It started with the likes of CCD years ago, but now is the time where there is this new youth and Gen Z population which is looking out for real estate, where they could just chill and have a cold coffee or a hot coffee, depending on the weather they are staying in. And I would say coffee and tea is the only business in F&B which is a never dying business. कुछ भी हो जाए, आंधी आ जाए, चाय तो पीनी पड़ेगी और कॉफी भी पीना ही पड़ेगा, और आप दोस्तों को मिलोगे जरूर. So I feel personally that being a coffee chain already has a huge potential. Being a chai chain has a huge potential. So imagine the potential a coffee and a chai chain can have together. Imagine a potential a roastie can have together, where there is everything under one roof. As I said, these are the few upward trends, trajectories of how informal dine-outs are increasing on an increasing basis in India. If you look at the per capita expenditure on meals, I would say India is still low, and look at the potential it can reach out to. As and when India is growing towards the vision of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, I believe that the spending power would increase on an increasingly basis. There are more businesses being set up. There are more job opportunities being created across the states of India, and I see more and more people going out and spending more. And I see F&B being a very hustling sector in India, because most of the expenditure would come to F&B, I believe, and then the luxury products. So the upward trajectory is, what you see in the presentation is a conservative figure which we have put. And I see, if you look at aggressively, sky is the limit. If you see conservatively, also sky is the limit. So now I would request Santosh to take everybody through the financial model, the proposition, and the matrices. Santosh?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Nicely explained everything, Chaitanya ji. Guys, what we are proposing are 3 different formats for Roastea, which is one of them is on the go kiosk, the other is cafe, and the third one is the culinary house. The investment amount ranges from 25 lakhs to 2 CR onwards. For the on-go kiosk model, okay, it is between 25 to 35 lakhs. The proposed locations that we have suggested are at airports, food courts, and the highways. It is going to be a premium kiosk model. The size could range from 250 square feet to 350 to 400 square feet. Here, what we are expecting returns of more than 300% in 5 years. The minimum guarantee that we are offering is around 15%, and the revenue share of 8%, whichever is higher. With the Roastea Cafe model, the investment ranges between 60 to 80 lakh rupees. The location proposed are premium malls and the high streets. It is going to be with the seating area. The size of this cafe could range from 800 square feet to 15 square feet. Average ticket size is on the lower side, actually 650. We have actually more of it at the moment. Here, the returns that we're expecting is close to 280% at a very conservative value. And again, here, the minimum guarantee offered is around 15%, and the revenue share of 8%, whichever is higher. For the culinary house, the investment ranges between 1.8 CR to more than 2 CR onwards. It is going to be at a premium on the premium high streets. The area could range anywhere between 2,000 square feet to 2,400 square feet. And again, the minimum guarantee offered is 15%, and the revenue share of 8%, whichever is higher. Here, the returns that we are expecting is close to 220 to 240%. That in all the models that we have created, okay, it is based on the market value and the turnover that we are expecting from all our outlets at the moment. All the projections that we have shown over here are on the conservative side, and it's a pure FICO model wherein we are taking the investment from the franchisee and we are giving them the fixed returns. Okay. The agreement period would be for 5 years, and the investment break even for all these different models is between 24 months to maximum 25 to 27 months. Also, the investment that we are seeking, okay, it is minus of any working capital or any marketing budget. So from a Roastea side, okay, they will put in the investment on the working capital, they will put in the investment for the marketing and other peripherals that is required. So there is a support from brand side as well.
Apart from that, thank you, Santosh, for that. Apart from that, I would like to also add that the support which you receive from brand would be very higher than what you see at a FOFO level or a FOCO level. We are a brand, we are a pan-India brand already, and we have a recognition across the country, which is a great advantage because that helps us release the footfalls which any F&B business requires. At the same time, as I said, of the 4 lakh customers on a daily basis, we have 3 lakh customers are only in tier 1 cities, which are in Bangalore, Delhi, NCR, or Bombay. So I see a great cross-branding promotion. What I'm trying to say is all our vending machines have a TFT screen which communicates with the customers while they're drinking coffee or tea from our vending machines, and that works as a good advertisement board for us. We're already doing it for Ahmedabad because that's where our cafes and our projects are. And we have started it for Bangalore, where we have our projects, and we'll be increasing our marketing spend through these vending machines as and when we keep on adding more and more outlets. Apart from that, we have an in-house team of HR training, as I said, project management, and head NPD department, which is split into baristas and culinary kitchen. At the same time, operations that ensures that we have spent heavily at the group level so that the customer experience is supreme as compared to any other coffee and tea chain. And at the same time, we have started at an aggressive rate, and we believe in our motto is service before self. So we ensure that we have the right team, which helps us give the best of the returns to our investors and the best of the services to our customers.
Chaitanya ji, Saurav here from Ahmedabad. Basically, in Ahmedabad, which part you are looking for expansion in Ahmedabad?
So, good afternoon, Saurav. So right now, we are focusing on Bangalore, going to Bombay and Delhi. But in Ahmedabad, I would say the area which we're looking at right now specifically would be the HL College area.
HL College Road.
Yeah, HL College Road, which are looking for a real estate since a long time now. The best real estate, not which is appropriate as per our size requirement. The second area I would see is Gandhinagar, which we are focusing heavily, and the third one is South Gopal.
Gandhinagar.
While our focus is there in tier 1 cities as of now, but if we get opportunities and good real estate, then we would be open to at least open up one immediately in HL area or Gandhinagar area.
HL area or Gandhinagar area. Okay, and what is the break-even? It is break-even of the operational, or total break-even comes under the 24 months?
Sorry?
It's the investment break-even, Saurabh. Complete investment break-even in 24 to 28 months, depending on the size of the investment.
It is 24 months complete break-even.
Yeah, for the kiosk model.
For the kiosk
For
model.
the kiosk
What
model,
about the
okay.
outlet?
For the culinary house model, where the investment is between 1.8 CR to 2, it can go more than 2 CR. The break-even period could be from 24, 26 months to 28 to 30 months.
Okay, 28 to 23 months. Okay. We have one question that are we ready for the COCO model?
COCO
model is already working, right? They are company on company operated outlets.
Yeah.
So what we are proposing is investment model, franchisee investor company operated model only.
Okay. We have one question from the North India expansion. Are we interested for the North India?
Yeah, we are.
In Chandigarh or Shimla?
I would say for North India right now, we're only interested in Delhi, NCR. But
Delhi, NCR.
Chandigarh, Shimla would be way later on.
So, what do you think about the competitor market?
See, as I said before, we believe, the competition is very high across India. I would say there's a huge level of competition in tier 1 cities, especially with brands trying to do something innovative. While they have their own value proposition, we have our own superior value proposition, which we believe that we can be above the competition. And at the same time, speaking on behalf of other brands which are struggling or which are aggressively marketing or which are also trying to make their mark and footprint in India, the demand is huge. The requirement for coffee and tea is never ending. It always is increasing, and more customers would want to get access to a real estate where they can have meetings. So the demand is huge, the potential is huge, and I believe that the market is at least 60% untapped as of now. So while the competitions and the competitors might start breaking heads across each other, but if they're only focusing on the market right now, the true potential is far, far away. So before we get into a fight with each other, I think we'll have to cover a lot of heavy footprints before we do that.
One of my client is asking for the complete breakup of the investment. Mr. Ajay.
Sure, what we can do is, this was a presentation, we can have a detailed meeting with him. If we can reach out to Mr. Ajay and if we can ask him how is he interested, and then we can take it forward from that. We'll be more than happy to share all the presentations required.
Mostly the investment is required for the interiors, for inventory, for the signage, licenses, permissions, license and permission software, and the hardware cost.
MEP and equipment as well, yeah.
Okay.
I see a question of how about Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, rural, and please give breakup. So Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, again, Bangalore would be the ideal target as of now. AP is there, Hyderabad, that would say. That would be in the next phase. And the franchise fee breakup would be given as and when we discuss the formats with the investor. That is there in the presentation as well. And will be discussed with them.
Can we go ahead with the any kind of the cafe owner who was doing earlier with CCD or somewhere another brand, and they have closed their outlet, but they want to restart? So can we go ahead with them?
That would be, I would say, ideal. The way CCD has expanded in the country, they have been very aggressive. So we would do a detailed analysis of the real estate which is available where CCD was. That would be the only point. Apart from that, their sizes of outlets have been very good. So I don't mind the size, but only the location would be one such thing which we'll be looking at before we go. But yeah, we can definitely think about that.
Yeah, we have one investor from the Mary Honey. They are looking for the Kerala. So
not now, sorry. Kerala would be again after our tier 1 progress.
okay, one of our investors is asking that kindly confirm the ROI in FICO model revenue share is 5% only. How long it will take to get the investment back? Roastea on the Go model at Lucknow. This is the investor from the Lucknow.
Revenue share Saurabh is 8%. Minimum guarantee is 15% on the investment. So whichever is higher of these two amounts. So brand will give that.
And if with respect to Roastea on the go in Lucknow, that would be only in the airport, nowhere else for on the go for Lucknow. Or maybe okay. I think Lulu Mall is there, but we are yet to tie up with Lulu Mall. In future, if that's the case, we can also do Lulu Mall for Kerala as well as Lucknow, but not now. I don't see that coming up very soon, except for the airport, if you have any opportunity there.
Only if the real estate is very strategic, only in that case, okay, there could be an exception, otherwise not.
Correct.
Okay. Guys, any other question with Chaitanya ji?
There is one more question coming up, Chaitanya ji, from Amar ji. He's asking that total investment includes security deposit against rent.
No, it does not include security deposit. Brand is going to provide that.
Okay.
So, if you're operating in malls, the security deposit is huge. Even in airports, it's huge. Nowadays, and even in tier 1 cities, the landlords have started levying 8 months or 6 months of SD. It's not a part of the investment amount. That would be outside it. And yeah, the brand is willing to assist in that case.
So total investment would mostly be on the capex side of it.
Yeah.
There is one more question. Is there any expansion plan in Tamil Nadu?
Not right now. I'm
You
sorry.
already answered it. Right.
We will,
What
we
are the
will, but
questions?
yeah.
I had few questions. What is the marketing support which Roastea will provide to other investors?
So, we have offline activations as well as online activations. What we've done is one is a discount mode where we have created coupons for HNIs across our client list across India, where we give them coupons to visit our cafes and avail that discount as a special discount for them because they are our loyal customers already. That ensures that they come with their families, and these are only 1 or 2 coupons. We give them about 10 to 20 coupons per person, which is distributed, and it ensures that more and more families are coming. That creates a footfall. That is on the company usually. Apart from that, we have taken hoardings a lot of times in Ahmedabad where we have one was a product ad very particular to beverages. The second hoarding was very particular to food, and it's all strategic. We've also spent a lot on third-party delivery apps, which ensures excellent visibility. Now, that would mean that it doesn't only mean that it attracts delivery customers. A brand recall, a brand presence is the most crucial. And I would say the 1,500 machines we have across India are our advertising tools. And those 1,500 machines do cost a lot. We are a funded company already. We have a running revenue, and we have multiple channels of marketing going forward. Last but not the least, we are getting into AI now to ensure that we attract the right eyeballs. AI-based marketing would be our next process and step way forward, and we'll be trying that out in Bangalore first. And if it's successful, then we can justify, and if we can justify the cost to our management, then we can do it across other cities as well.
So, Kanyaji, we have another question. How will the payout structure be? It is from the Mr. Amrita Burman.
Saurabhji, for the first 3 months, okay, there would be a quarterly payout. I mean, for the first 6 months possibly. After that, it will be a monthly payout.
Okay. Fine.
So even in the first month, okay, if the minimum guarantee is lower than the revenue share will be given out. Okay, if it is not, then obviously your minimum guarantee will be given on the capex investment. But for first 6 months, okay, what we have proposed is quarterly payout, so that there is no, hard fall on the working capital for the brand.
Okay. And what is the current revenue from the live store except the airport store?
I believe that would be, it would be better if we take up from investor to investor.
Yeah, it should be 1-to-1, investor to investor. It should be better that way.
But it's good, not to worry. Yeah.
Is asking, Amita ji is asking more question. Will the menu change as per the states?
See, that's a very good question. What we're doing is 70% would be common, 30% would be city-wise. But there are, because it's an Ahmedabad-based brand, there are a few products which are very Ahmedabad-based, which is our signature product. I would say one such thing is Ahmedabadi Masala Toast, which has been made for Ahmedabadis now. We'll be launching that in Bangalore as well. But the menus would be modified as per the palate. So we do a lot of research. Every market is different. Every market's plating is different. And our job is to attract customers at all point of time. And we modify or work on the menu accordingly. At the same time, backend should be consistent. So we work in that manner.
Okay. Chaitanya ji, one question from my side. We have 2 things, coffee and the tea, the correct tea and the coffee. You are getting the mass and class both under one tree.
Correct.
So, do you think it is feasible for the tier 1 city where we can attract the mass and class under one umbrella?
Absolutely.
What is your opinion? This is my question.
Yeah, see, chai is mass. You're absolutely right. And coffee is something which is, would we say, it can only be available in a classy cafe. Now, what we're doing is, I am a co-founder of a brand which is only dealing in premium brands. I know Franchise India is an upcoming, it's a huge brand already, which is a legend in its game and helps upcoming companies grow further and further. I believe the investors as well who are on board, they're also very classy and they do have money. They would want to they would want to invest in the right financial instrument possible, be it F&B, be it retail, be it stocks or anything. And the most shocking point over here is on this call, I'm 100% sure 90% people have chai at home before they start their work. So I think while chai is a mass product, it is a class product. And while chai is a mass product, we need to respect the pricing. If I start selling it at 150 rupees, I'm pretty sure 100% of my customers say, "ये इससे अच्छा चाय तो मेरी घर पे बनती है, 150 रुपए क्यों?" So I have to give it the price it justifies, but leave it somewhere in the sweet spot where they have it and they like it. But my target for the masses always is to come to a cafe, have a chai, or maybe now convert their chai cravings to a chai frappe, which is 250 rupees in price. It's the same chai with iced formation, but have our food as well. So the mass has a lot of money. and we would only want to focus on the mass.
Definitely.
So there are a couple of more questions. Any specific location in Mumbai you're working on?
Yeah, Mumbai is very close to our heart. We both have worked in Mumbai. So I feel Lower Parel, Fort, Bandra, Andheri, Lokhandwala, BKC, Hirandani, Thane, all are great locations for me. While I'm talking about the locations, the size should be minimum 2,000 square feet is what we look at because we need to set up the kitchen as well. But yeah, any high street presence is suitable for us.
How your merchandise and machine sales happen?
So, I mean, vending machines are direct sales with companies. It's a B2B vertical. And we sort of pitch to the clients and they like our products. We do a lot of samplings and they like a product, they install our machine. It's a long-term contract and a sticky business. Through these vending machines, our customers are exposed to 15 types of our green teas, our coffee, our chai, our flavors, which are then converted into a product, a retail product on our website and our merchandise unit across all outlets. So I would say people liking the green tea, they would order it online. And that has happened a lot of time. We don't spend even 1 rupee on our green tea sales promotion. It happens automatically because we have 4 lakh customers having our green teas and chai. So that's how it happens. Yeah, we don't available in FOFO model as of now and also FOCO model as of now. We would be scrutinizing these two models in the next 1 year. Why is that? Is that we feel that these models would require further extra processes internally before we go ahead with. So not available as of.
Fair. So, viewers, do you have any further questions you can ask? And if any questions is pending, we will reach you out in a couple of days to know more about it. So,
Sure.
Thank you everyone for joining us today's webinar. I believe the insights shared by our panelists will be very helpful to you in choosing this brand. Tomorrow, again, we are coming up with a new business opportunity for you at the same time. Let me share my screen. So tomorrow we are coming up with a new brand from Yospex. This is India's leading eye care brand. Please register. Registration links are already open. So thank you for joining us again and stay safe. Thank you, everyone.